Hey guys, welcome to it. Week 3 Daily Advance Madden. So happy to bring it to you. So happy that the Purple of the Vikings is in this top 10 power rankings brought to you by mymadden.com. That being said, don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. Now, in the league this week, some great contests, none bigger than the Falcons and the Jaguars that went down to the wire, an absolute beauty. And just a quick reminder, we're just getting started back up with the daily shows. We used to spend 10 hours a day producing it, bringing you probably 50 highlights. It's going to be some sort of balance between quality, it's got to be worth watching, but it has to be sustainable, which is like an hour to produce or less a day, which we used to take 10 hours a day to produce. But we're gonna figure it out. What you see today is not what you'll see tomorrow. It's gonna get better and better and better until we find that perfect balance of quality versus sustainability. Let's get into the week that was, Week 3, Daily Advance Madden.
In Jacksonville, it's the Falcons and Matt Cole taking on Zona's Jaguars, and absolutely assaulted in that tackle, and that's just going to make the hill a little bit bigger, but still working. Blackburn finds his receiver, right corner. That's a crazy little route right there. Take a little gander. You want some of that in your life, trust me. We're going to let it run until you see what play that is. That little zig, oh my goodness, we're going to let it run all the way to there. Look at that high-low dig, and that route is just nasty. It gets open. I've been a victim. Anyways, 41-38, the final. Zona going to 2-1. Big win on this day. In Seattle, it was CJ Rains on a very quiet offensive day. 95 passing yards, 166 yards total, but finds a way to double up the Steelers 30-15 at home. Over in Cincinnati, Kingdom Minded continues his winning ways. Big win over the Houston Texans, make the final 23-13. It's Get Mossed, who's red hot with his Bears going into San Francisco, taking on JJ's 49ers, and the fire got put out on this day. Great performance by the Niners, 42-21 victory at home. Speaking of home victories, in Washington, it was John's football team able to get by Drewby's Bills 35-21. The sanitation engineer at the Baltimore Ravens practice facility has been fired. Every halfback on the Ravens roster in COVID protocol. Lamar having to do it through the air, 264 passing yards, and notice the amount of rush yards, but what can you do when you have no halfbacks? Getting by the Browns, 23-13 to go 2-1 is Connor's Ravens. Lions having a pretty good start to this season, and they're playing at home against the Chiefs, but let's face it, Chiefs are next level. There's a reason day in, day out, they're bringing the heat, and at the start of the play, he was pulling up all the abilities, who's doing what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally unaware. I don't even know the button to press to know what all the abilities are out there. But that's the difference between us. Well, there's many differences between us. I'm way behind. Anyways, Chiefs 50-7 victors in Detroit, hats off to Grand Marquis. And in Denver, great job here by Life. 13-10 victory over the Raiders. That's going to move them to 3-0 in the AFC West. King XX21 playing some fantastic ball. I was a victim in week 1. He's playing well. And goes into Philadelphia and finds a way to pick up another win, this time versus Guyler Dice's Eagles, 26-23. And over in Dallas, Javon taking on Mike Johnson's Jets, and 352 passing yards. Definitely gave me a false sense of confidence going into week 4. Great job by the Jets with a 44-16 victory, and it's 4-1-2's Panthers going into Green Bay, picking up a 38-14 victory, 312 passing yards on this day. Great performance at Lambeau Field. Two teams that were sitting at 1-1, jumping on the field in Tampa Bay, and it's going to be the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Ryan with a 42-14 win over a very formidable Playing With You. And in New Orleans, in the Dome, taking on the Saints were the Vikings. K-Mac 33, despite very even yards and stats all throughout, 41-7 victory in the Dome. Killer B playing some amazing football all season long. Down here to Port City Ballers Chargers until Justin Jefferson. My goodness, I'd never seen him make plays like that. Had him for 2 seasons. It's just these old fat fingers of mine, you know? But I'm glad he went to a good home with a guy who knows how to use them. But coming all the way back to go 3-0 with a 42-35 victory at home is Killer B. Great job, and way to use Justin Jefferson. And way to use Jonathan Taylor. Miller's Colts finds a way on a nice little counterplay, gets everybody going the wrong way, and on this day, the Colts would have their way 35-16 victory over the Tennessee Titans, 244 passing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns along the way. Nice balanced attack. A great day for the Colts in Tennessee, and Starboy taking on Quiz. A great battle of year in, year out. Great playoff performers, and here, okay, you guys tell me in the chat, do you find that Madden has never gotten it right with getting down with the quarterback? Like tap square, double tap square. Take 7 seconds to go down with your quarterback when you wanted to go down so much sooner. Like, you better get down early. Like here, Saquon getting down early. But then getting up and running the rest of the way for a touchdown. How many times do you have to tackle a guy before the play's dead? That's pretty wild. But hey, Quiz, hats off to you, brother. Glad you got a little extra fun play in there. 46-35 the final. Starboy going at 2-1 with a big victory in New York. The MyMadden.com Offensive Player of the Week for Week 3 brought to you by Teens Against Drunk Driving. Henry Ruggs III, 7 catches, 257 yards for 3 touchdowns in a big win over the Falcons. Meanwhile, the Defensive Player of the Week, Starboy's Javon Holland, and I really mean that, that's his user. 4 interceptions, unbelievable job picking up the honors.
Thanks so much for joining us. That was Week 3 Daily Advance Madden. Saquon Barkley still running towards the end zone. My goodness. Was the elbow down? Was his entire back down? Did his knee touch 3 times? And he's still running. That's Madden for you. But we love it because there's some good stuff about it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow with Week 4. Have a great day.